What's up? Good morning, good evening, Arm Wrestling fans. I'm Pradeep from Arm Wrestling News, and today's video or live stream is titled Arm Wrestling Discussion or Daily Arm Wrestling News hashtag 11. 11th episode of the Daily Arm Wrestling News. I've been trying to stay active, stay as much frequent as I can on YouTube, trying to manage my time, and I'm really glad for your support. Karaoke Vic, a member of the channel, he's already here. I'm here. Thanks for joining, brother. So 3 people have already joined, about 15 likes already. Jesus M, saludos brother. I'm here by myself. I hope not. I hope not. Clerks 93 has also joined. Clerks 93, my gripper buddy. Alright. So guys, 8 viewers already watching. I wanted to share something interesting with you. Well, not interesting or surprising, because yesterday I uploaded a video. I was scrolling Facebook for any interesting feeds saying hello brother, and there I found one chat GPT message posted by someone predicting Gennady Quickvinia versus Devon Lett match. So I thought adding my insights on top of that can be an interesting video, like compare what chat GPT is saying to what I believe the reality can be. And I think it was an interesting video. And I would be totally lying if I would say that it wasn't a clickbait title. I think it was. But I wasn't expecting this response from the community. Many people were saying that yeah, it is clickbait, it is really bad for the channel. I was like, yes it is, but bad for the channel. So then I watched the likes and dislikes ratio of the video, and I was surprised to see how many dislikes the video got. Let me show you guys compared to the other videos on the channel, because since YouTube removed the like dislike videos, even we creators cannot see the likes and dislikes. We can see the likes but not the dislikes. For watching the dislikes, we have to go to studio in desktop mode, and then only we can see it. So there it is. Devon Lett defeated Gennady Quickvinia. Alright, that's what I wrote, because ChatGPT said that Devon won. So that's where the title came from. 87.7%, so about 12% dislikes, and that is a really bad number for my channel. Really bad number. About almost 15,000 views already. 87.7% likes. On other videos you can see Vovoda. Okay, Vovoda reacts. How many likes? 97.1, 436 likes. And 98.9 Zorab Giga Chad Tabridze. 98.8 Vitali. 98.5 and Monster Michael Todd 98.8, Dimitri Silaev, okay, AMC tournament 96.4. What happened there? So Devon did a April's fool's joke. I just reported whatever Devon said, and I even mentioned that guys, there is a good chance that this is an April fool's joke. So got 3.6% dislikes because of that. And Q&A, King's Move hate plus Matt Mass, okay, I don't know why it got 3% dislikes. I'm not sure. What did I say? Something controversial in that video? Maybe I did. It was a Q&A video. So 4700 views. Q&A videos are doing great. One was about 3700 views and the other two got like 5000 plus views. This one will also get 5000 views. So I'm happy with that. Larry Wheels 97.7%. That is also like 2.3% dislikes. Maybe I said something that people didn't agree with. Same here, 97.6. 94.8. So yeah, that was a controversial video. Engin Terzi, Ryan Bowen, live stream debate, 35-minute rant. No, 19-minute rant. So that's why 5% dislikes on this thing. Again, 2% dislikes, 3% dislikes, 2.3% dislikes. How much Levan can lift. So you see the trend, 99.4, 97, 96. So the average is about, I would say 96, 97%. Maybe a little bit more than that. So, but let's be honest, I was surprised to see that many dislikes on that video. Over 12% dislikes. Alright, let's see who has joined. Jesus M has joined. So Dennis waiting for Gennady versus Devon winner results. So that's what it seems to be. Sometimes they're announcing that the match is confirmed. Sometimes they're saying that, sometimes Dennis is saying that it depends on the winner of the Gennady versus Devon match. And to be honest, Dennis should look forward. If Gennady is able to beat Devon, I don't think Dennis should go for Devon. I don't think he even should go for Gennady as well. That match wouldn't also make much sense. Like Gennady Quickvinia versus Denis Saplenkov. That just doesn't excite me for whatever reason. I don't know. So Gennady versus not Gennady. Dennis versus Dave Chaffee can be exciting if Devon is not able to win. Dennis versus Jerry can also be interesting and exciting. That is also something that we can see. Hey Pradeep, Joe Bergs, okay. Hello brother. Drunken Eddie. Welcome to the chat. Pradeep, my man. Daryl Hart. Clayton, morning bhai, morning brother. What's up, my friend? How was your day? Clerks 93. So I just came home from night shift about 1 hour ago. And everything is fine. Everything is fine. So Dennis waiting for Gennady versus Devon. Yes, he is. He is. Talpol is saying, Pradeep, my buddy, with them. Big guns low. LOL. Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned LOL behind that. Hope the Pradeep is doing good. Okay, hope that Pradeep is doing good today. Yeah, for sure. Gave me a trophy as well for no reason. I thank you very much for that. Why can't Hermes get a single big win without there being some questions, excuses about his opponent's shape or preparation? Is he cursed? So I think, Lagia, you're talking about the Dave Chaffee match. Recently, I heard someone say that, yeah, Paul Italia was saying, I think, that he was not eating, he was not feeling good, which is always the case. Let's be honest. When was the last time any opponent said that, yeah, I felt 100%? They always say that right after the match is over. So when they're still cooling off from the excitement, from the adrenaline, and when they've lost the match, they always say, yeah, I was good, I was feeling healthy, he was the better man on the day, my hats off to him. And these excuses start coming out only a month later, only a couple of weeks later. And this trend I've always seen. Every single person, no matter how many excuses he wants to give, he always gives props to the winner right after the match. They always say that, yes, he deserved the win. I gave him everything I had. I was feeling okay. I was feeling strongest I've ever been. I've seen multiple times people say that about Monster Michael Todd, but not just Michael Todd. I have seen this multiple times with multiple athletes. They say that they are the strongest that they have ever been, and that's what they're saying on the match day, on the match night. And later on, 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, or maybe a month later, the excuses start to come out. Then they say, well, I wasn't feeling well, and for whatever reason, I don't know why people say that. So Lagia, I think you're talking about the Dave Chaffee match. Yeah, it's not Hermes Gasparini's fault, or it's not anyone else's fault. It's not Matt's fault if Hermes felt bad when he beat in WL. It's nobody's fault. Yeah, if you're visibly hurt, you broke something or that kind of damage, then it can make sense. But even then, others should be making excuses for you, not yourself. Some people confuse excuses with lies. I've seen this trend in arm wrestling community and outside of that as well. So what they would say is that, well, how is it an excuse if it is the truth? I'm like, where is it written that excuse has to be a lie? I would say 99% of the excuses in this world are in fact truth. It doesn't mean that they are not excuses. This is a cheap tactic, trying to prove that your excuse is true. That's why it is not an excuse. That is weird in my opinion. Most of the excuses I've ever seen in my life are true. Excuses are true. Another quotation from me. Who is Corey pulling? Saw him posting something about his... So I think it has to be Artem Morozov. Artem Morozov at King of the Table. That's the match. Clerks 93. Clerks 93 is a member of the channel, guys. So please join as a member if you can. Click on that dollar icon and there you'll see the benefits. Well, so I'm thinking about uploading some workout videos for the members section. Please let me know if that would be a good idea. Pradeep, what job do you have outside of YouTube? I don't want to discuss that, brother, for whatever reason. Besides the known one we know already. Besides the known one we know already. I don't know. Pradeep, is there a possibility that... Okay, you have another comment. Pradeep, is there a possibility that we can have more world-class open tournaments like every month or two? Okay. That would be so sick internationally. uh, WL, if WL comes back, I think they may be doing tournaments as well. So now we have East versus West qualifiers all around the world. Now we have AMC. By the way, guys, the next AMC is in Vladikavkaz in Russia in July. So that's when it is. And I think that's enough. If these tournaments keep on happening, if WL also comes back, East versus West qualifiers, we have WAF, Zloty. If Zloty also comes back, I think that's about it. I don't need more than that. I don't need more than that. Scammer lol. And that scammer thing also, like I think it was a dumb question, so I replied in a dumb way. Like I said, yes, I am a scammer, and I lost subscribers because of that. And I'm like, wow, amazing, amazing. Well, gave you a trophy for being the number one arm wrestling news. Thanks, Tal Paul Hutchins Jr. Maybe also, so guys, another information for you guys. 11 minutes in already. 44 of you watching. Zaur Pezulaev interview, and I thank you guys very much for this. I uploaded a video yesterday, and somebody mentioned, I'm sorry I forgot your name. Somebody mentioned that why, like, you should interview Zaur Pezulaev. He got injured and nobody interviews arm wrestlers after they get injured. And I read that message. I sent a message to Zaur Pezulaev immediately. And yeah, victory of arm wrestling 2800. So I immediately sent Zaur a message and he took like 15 minutes to reply and is like done. So the interview will be recorded in about 15 hours from now and it will be posted the next day. What about Muratov versus Cody? Good match, Clerks 93. I would say good match. Almost everyone is underestimating Cody Merritt in that match. Almost everyone. But stylistically, I think it is not that easy. Whenever I've seen Cody lose, people out top roll him. Alijan Muratov is not going to top roll him. He's going to go in a hook. Artem Morozov, main weapon is a hook. He's the hook master. And still he didn't even think about going in a hook against Cody. He top rolled him. And that's how everyone seems to be beating him. Corey West destroyed him. But that was also with an outside move. And I think he also broke his hand or something in that fight. So stylistically, I would say it is not that easy of a match for Alijan Muratov. When he beat guys in WAF, I think, yeah, some of them for sure, many of them were top rollers. But if we talk about the Oleg Petrenko match, Petrenko is basically a hook arm wrestler, inside arm wrestler. So, yeah. Ankur, ChatGPT is an overhyped transformer. I haven't even used it like at all. Like, how do you access it? Is it a software or is it a website? I don't know what that is. But I saw a post on Facebook. That's when I uploaded the video. Vitaly and Salayev should have brought oxygen tanks out after their fake match. Then I think they already won the $5,000 prize money for the best match. Somebody said in the comments. I'm not sure if this is correct information or not. But if they brought out the oxygens and ambulances, then for sure, yeah, they would have won $5,000. Besides the known one, okay, I think I've read all the comments. Maybe also Corey versus Alijan if Morozov is too focused on Levan. No, I think, yeah, we already know. Yesterday, Angin was saying in his live stream that Corey West has a big match in the sister organization, so that is king of the table. And I think I interviewed someone. Like, who did I interview who said that he's going to... Alex Kodecha. No. Alex Kodecha said he's having a big match. He may be having a big match. So that is Alex Kodecha versus Artem Morozov on the left arm. I believe that's the match. So Corey, I'm not sure. I'm not sure who he's facing. Yeah, let's see. Clayton, hey Pradeep, I just got a full story from ChatGPT about Hermes versus Jerry match. Give me a message, man. Send it to me on Instagram, please. I'll upload a video about that one as well. Pradeep, do you think Vitaly and Salayev should also work on their facial expressions for their next match at AMC? Yes. And the way they were moving, those movements were really fast. When you're really exhausted and those movements are not fast, you get stuck in one place. And you probably try one surge after 10-15 seconds. That's all you have left. Not more than that. Yeah, they should, for sure, they should work on their facial expressions. 50 people have joined, 34 likes. Thanks. I really appreciate you guys. Everyone keeps on saying that please like the stream, it helps with the algorithm. But nobody's sure. I've not heard YouTube say this anywhere that if you get more likes, then your stream will be recommended to more people. You make an account on OpenAI, okay? I used app to check it out. Pradeep, who would you like to see Sandris pull next in a super match? Sandris Sedis versus Reno Masic is not ready yet. I don't think he's ready yet, but he will be the one in the future for sure. Sandris versus Prudnik, no. I think Prudnik beats him easy. Sandris versus Prudnik on the left arm, yeah, that can be a possibility. On the right arm, Sandris versus Irakli or Sandris versus Ongarbayev. I think, yeah. We know Ongarbayev 100 kg champ, Sandris 110 kg champ, but still I think it can be a good match without any weight limits. These matches need to happen without weight limits. I think otherwise those two guys would be... Earlier I used to believe that Sandris may be stronger than both Ongarbayev, Irakli and Matt. He's for sure stronger than Matt, but I think Irakli and Ongarbayev, these matches can be interesting. The Arm Wrestling Insider, Pradeep, who would you like to see Sandris? Okay, I already read your comment. Thanks, brother. When is King of the Table? And Arm Wrestling Insider, great videos, by the way. I watch your videos. When is King of the Table 7? I don't know yet. I don't think the dates have been announced yet, but June has to be the month. It has to be. Because July, King of the Table, East versus West 8, and May, East versus West 7, I think June. Yo Pradeep, how are you? Emprostkun, happy, working hard. And I'm forgetting the word. Like if somebody is kind of satisfied, is happy with what they have, what is the word for that? I used app to check it out, Clayton. Okay. He's something else. Will be in a match, Alijan. Alright. Neil said that next Arm Wars dark card is going to be left-handed focused and Devon will have a left-handed match. Maybe that is where Corey is pulling. No. Justin Cobble. Devon has absolutely nothing for Corey West. There are levels to this thing. I think Neil is way too smart to make this match happen. Way too smart. 6 rounds. I don't know how bad Corey's endurance is, but I think he should have absolutely no problem taking Devon down to the pad 4 times in a row. I think that's a bad idea. The match will end very quickly. Sandris versus Metushenko. Ivan Metushenko. Yeah, possible. But yeah, Sandris is a big name right now. I think he needs some more hype matches before he starts pulling people like Ivan, who are not relatively popular. When Ivan Metushenko is going to pull, yeah, after the event, there are going to be a ton of views on that match. But before the event, I don't think Ivan is capable enough to hype up a match. Pradeep, can I come to India and have a super match with you? Don Jones, yeah, for sure. How much do you weigh? Like, not that I want to be sure that I can beat you, but if you want to come here and compete, it should be a close match. If you're way too strong for me, I'm going to say no. Sandris versus Todd Hutchings. Good match. I have to say it's a good match. Pradeep, can I come to India? Yes. So, AB, Pradeep, hello. It reads everything from the internet, right? Atlantis, yeah. I think it's funny that ChatGPT thinks that Bowen stands... Okay, Atlantis, I read that comment in the page. You mentioned that comment, I guess. Stands a chance against Levan because of how we refer to him as the GOAT. And so does ChatGPT also say that Bowen is the GOAT? Then he for sure is. It's late in Eastern time. You'd get more views if it was... Yeah, as I said, I came to my home about 1 hour ago from my night shift. So I didn't have that choice. It's not a problem. I don't think Sandris is stronger than Ongarbayev. Yes, I also don't think so right now. That's why I said there shouldn't be a weight cap. 2 hours earlier would be perfect. I'm not a early morning person. Like karaoke with content. You are content. Okay, content. Yeah, I was talking about like which content, YouTube content they're talking about. Content. Yeah, I got it. That's what it is. Pradeep, do you bet on arm bet? No, I used to. I've bet I think only 4 times and I won all 4 of them. Not 4 times, 3 times on arm bet and one was a personal bet with Bob Brown. I did on your other video. Yes, I remember the comment, but I didn't check the name, I guess. I don't know if it really called him but the goat, but it said weren't sure. Wasn't sure, okay, who would win. You serious? Dandies? What is that? Will get toasted 4 straight against Todd. I don't know what you're saying, bro. I want to see Ivan versus Alijan left-handed. Obviously, yeah. Ivan also has a good hook. Bro, how many times a week we should work out for arm wrestling? For arm wrestling, but what do you mean by arm wrestling? So if you're doing bicep curls, do you consider that an arm wrestling workout? First of all, I'm not the right person to ask this question, but I think in general, overall, it everybody can give some idea. So how many times? Like depends on the duration of your workout. If your workouts are like specific, like in one workout you're doing only 1 or 2 exercise, cupping exercise, it takes you 20 minutes to exercise, then I think you can work out twice a day, maybe 6 times a day. You can work out 14 times a week if your workouts are like short 20 minutes at home workouts. But if you're working out like more than an hour, then I think 5 days a week should be enough. 6 days would be too much content. Yeah. So your high accuracy in predicting, you should bet more. No, Andre Lapke. So I wanted to talk about this topic. So in the beginning, about 2 years ago, everyone seemed to be talking about my predictions. Everyone, and why? I always responded like, why do I get that many predictions correct? There's a reason behind it. Because when arm wrestlers become more experienced, they tend to look at way too many aspects, like way too many strings they try to attach, and that's when they get confused and predict the match is wrong. And I look at most of the basic things, like very simple things, I just tie them up and I predict the match, and I'm almost always right. Like I would say 80% right. That was at least my prediction rate back then, 80%, and it is slowly going down. I even mentioned 2 years ago that when I gain more knowledge about arm wrestling, I know my prediction rate is going to go down. I predicted this 2 years ago, and I said that's the only reason why high level arm wrestlers cannot predict matches correctly, because they think about way too much. So while doing predictions in the videos, I'll present detailed analysis, but while doing predictions, I may be trying to go back to the most basic stuff, and I'll give you an example to make it everything clear. So one reason why I would say, like one example, Kidragali Ongarbai versus Irakli Zirakashvili. So with the level of knowledge about arm wrestling that I have right now, I would like to go into way too many variables. But the Pradeep that predicted matches 2 years ago, where the highest prediction rate was available, at least in my personal experience, highest accuracy, I would think only about two things. Okay, all three are top rollers. John Brzezinski and Ongarbayev and Irakli, all of them are top rollers. And Ongarbayev took John's hand. John took Irakli's hand. Irakli beat John with a flop press. Irakli cannot beat Ongarbayev with a flop press. So Ongarbayev has a stronger hand and he will not lose to a flop press once his hand is taken. That's all I need to think about. And my prediction is Kidragali Ongarbayev with a 3-0 victory. That's how I used to predict matches. Simple formula, most basic stuff, and it almost always is correct. So I don't think I'll look into too many details in the future, because my prediction rate has been horrible lately. Horrible. I got King of the Table all three matches correct, but East versus West were like a disaster. I think I got 8 right out of 16. I don't know. Something like that. So Neeraj Parashar, your question, how many times? I think I've already answered. Pradeep, will you still do live commentary on East versus West? I'll answer your question in a few days. So your high accuracy in prediction. Okay. Yeah, because I don't bet on Armbet because it is not lucrative enough. Even if you're outside of USA, it is total waste. It is total waste. When you bet $100 and even if you win, you finally end up having like $140 in your account. So is it worth it? I don't think so. Bro, how much wrist size matters in arm wrestling? If that size is backed up by strength, I think it matters a lot. Bigger the size of your hand, your wrist is, the more difficult you will be able to deal with. So that's the basic thing. And if you have strength in correlation with that, like directly related strength to size, then it's a big plus. The Pradeep scale of arm wrestling ability factors in yeah, equation. What equation, Ankur? Okay, related to your previous comment. Do you now consider PEDs or genetics? I've not even working out. Yeah, like yesterday I downloaded some apps. Like I look absolutely terrible. Like I watched myself in the mirror and it was a disaster. That view was horrible, man. That out of shape belly, total fat, no muscles at all. If I was like 100 kilos and then I was fat, I would be happy with that. But I'm like 87 kilos and fat. I mean really fat. Then I think it's really bad. Really bad. Do you consider PEDs? So no, I don't consider PEDs. If I compete in the future, yeah, maybe. But I'll try to like I'll try not to go on PEDs until I can come to like almost a single digit body fat, 10%, 10% body fat. Then I may consider. I need to get leaner first. Ankur, Pradeep, do you think deep down a lot of professional arm wrestlers also know the outcomes but predict something opposite due to their personal equation with the other puller? Yeah, that's one of the biggest reasons why I used to get some hate in the past. I used to get a lot of hate because of the predictions. I called out arm wrestlers for always predicting their buddies, and I'm like, there is nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with that. Once there was a panel on Neil Pickup Show, I think it was, and there were before the Levan versus Dennis match, yeah, and John Brezink, many others, like four North American arm wrestlers or five North American arm wrestlers on that panel, and all five of them predicted Devon to beat Levan, and I'm like, yeah, what a coincidence, or maybe some other matches as well. Like it's good if you're predicting, because if you're a name like John Brezink, people are going to take your advice to bet on matches. So at least be clear that you want that person to win. You don't think that he's going to win. Do you now consider okay, Pradeep, would I suck at arm wrestling? I have big wrist, like Devon size wrist and palm, but my fingers are short and stubby. Is it even worth to try? I don't know what kind of question that is, brother. Of course it is worth trying. Of course it is worth trying. I meant as a part of your prediction. Okay. PEDs for predictions? Yeah, that's good. I watched the Doctor Disrespect short, and that guy was saying, at first when I heard you say that you are 6'8", and I was like, that guy's a comedian who is 6'8", and he was like, now I know that you're 6'8", what else were you not lying about? He was saying, Dr. Disrespect was saying, I was not lying about taking 2 steroids injections in each of my thighs right before I go live for a gaming session. That's not a lie. I take performance enhancing to go live on YouTube. So yeah, steroids for predicting matches. That should be the new trend in arm wrestling. Lucas, welcome brother. Nice fake setup. Yeah, I hope you liked it. Everyone is giving their top 10 arm wrestlers. Where do you set Devon and Hermes? Hermes Gasparini, I think, is number 2. I was doubtful whether it is Zaur or Hermes because I did believe that they were kind of close. Ankur with the $2 super chat. Thanks, brother. Thanks. John is the reason I don't fly Delta. Why? I think John is he really like I don't think he's flying on the planes, but yeah, you don't trust his mechanical abilities. His like I don't even know what he does. Like is some kind of aircraft inspection before takeoff or landing. Like he's some kind of engineer. I don't know, and I don't didn't fully get your comment. Like why? What are you trying to say? Just to okay. Top 10, Devon and Hermes. Hermes, I had number 2, Zaur, maybe number 3. Both of them were close. And after that, Devon, I would say, if Devon beats Gennady, I think he should definitely be considered around number 5 at least. So that's where I would have him. I wouldn't have Devon above top 5 right now. Yeah, maybe 5. That's where I'll say Devon. But it's difficult. It's really difficult, man. Lagya, some training partners of Jerry say he has a pretty good open top roll. Imagine if Hermes flop presses and Jerry open top rolls. Yeah. But that open top roll is good for their training partners. It is not good for Hermes Gasparini. So I don't think he's going to try that. There are not many people who can try elite level who can try multiple options. There are not that many people. Anthony LJ with a big super chat, 550 Canadian dollars. Thanks, brother. Love your show, Pradeep. You're the man, brother. Thanks. I really appreciate your support. Ongarbayev Nadi, he looks like that, and maybe he's been competing in microphone got knocked off. So yeah, he's been competing in drug tested leagues countless times. Looks like a person who may have a stance against steroids. I don't know. Like if I were to guess, I would say yeah, maybe he's natty, maybe he is. So Anthony, thanks once again. I hope you liked the show. Yeah, audio weird because the microphone got about it again got removed. All right, back now. Yeah, it should be good. Should be good. I meant as a part of your prediction. Yeah, steroids for predictions. That's the new trend. What do you think that people say the height matters too much in arm wrestling, but how come Sasho and Rustam Babayev dominated not only the weight class but even the heavyweight class too? And Prostkun. That's a good question. There will always be exceptions. We need to take a look at the people who are dominating the sport. Are they tall? Are they short? Like where the majority stands. And then I think anyone can make a guess or a prediction like which is a good suitable size. As Todd Hutchings used to say, in other developed sports there is a certain physique type. You will always see that person doing that role. You can just look at a person and tell what he's doing. You can just look at them. So arm wrestling is also going to kind of segregate like that, where a certain physique will prevail in the future. Right now, some genetic freaks can just show up in on the table and they can start beating some people up who have some good experience, like 5 6 years experience. They can also lose to some beginners if they have a good strong hand. But you'll not see that in some other sport. You'll not see that. If somebody is like a national level athlete who's been competing for a few years and suddenly a genetic freak shows up, that genetic freak who has like fast twitch muscles, he's not going to beat a national level athlete who's been training in a 100-meter sprint, in a 400-meter or 800-meter. That is not going to happen. Only in arm wrestling you can see such things. So I think as the sport progresses more and more, we'll see one body type kind of separate itself from the rest of the field. Rip Derek Smith height. Height hasn't worked for Derek, with all due respect. Derek has everything you need, like his elbow to fingertip. It could have been a little bit more, but because he says his elbow to fingertip length is about the same as Devon, and Devon is like at least 2 inches smaller than Derek, maybe 3 inches smaller. So yeah, but still really good genetics, really good thick forearm. I bet Derek's forearms and biceps are bigger than Devon for sure, and finger elbow to fingertip same. much bigger frame. So yeah, he has all the genetics he needs. But guys, I don't know why most people don't get it. And I'm not talking about you guys, but really many people don't get it that genetics for size and genetics for strength, these are completely separate things. Completely separate things. So Derek has all the genetics for size, but I don't think he has the genetics for strength. Of course, he clearly has genetic for strengths, but not for that top elite level to become the number one guy in the world, that or top 10 guy in the world. I don't think he has that kind of genetics. Derek has closed the COC 3.5, one of the best fingered strengths, and that's why you see everyone having a difficulty in slipping against him. After watching Derek's recent match against the strong beard guy, what's his name? Arnold Classic winner, Austin Jaggers. The way Austin beat him after the match got stopped, yeah, Jaggers. So in that match, you can clearly predict that even if the Tim Bresnan match went to the straps, I don't think Derek could have beaten Tim there as well. And that's where his elite level crushing finger strength comes into play. Because he didn't even let Tim Bresnan slip. The same thing he did to Austin Jaggers in 2 rounds. So you can literally see anyone who is good with grip stuff. The opponents have a really difficult time slipping against them. A really tough time. No one ever mentioned Derek's having high grip strength, always Vitali and Sporong. Yeah. On that hand dynamometer, I think Derek crushed Khalid Jashel. He did way more than Khalid on that dynamometer. Good morning, I'm wrestling news, Sanskar. Good morning, brother. So that's, I think, really good. And that's what I've been saying for almost 3 years. People, about 3 years ago or 2.5 years ago, this was a big topic. Are grippers good for strength in arm wrestling? Are grippers good for something at least in arm wrestling? Is grip strength needed in arm wrestling? That was a big topic of discussion about 2.5 years ago. And I always used to say, if you have a good crushing strength, if you are good at grippers, people are going to have a difficult time slipping against you. So that's all grippers are useful for. I think if you train for grippers, if you get your numbers up from like COC2 to COC3, if that is even possible, then I think your opponents will notice that while they're trying to slip against you. If they're strong enough to put you in a hook or beat you without a wrist or something, then that's a different thing. But you can for sure do something against your opponents if they're trying to slip, and if you have a really strong grip. How come I can't get no Tang orange drink around here? Where? Tang oranges are available here in India. I don't know where you're from. Derek got flash pinned by Artem Morozov. Yeah, let's be honest, most of the guys are going to be. And Derek, I always say this about him. Derek has the record to be the pound for pound weakest guy to ever step foot in the East versus West arena. I think pound for pound he's the weakest guy. I watched Leo and longevity, and he says using HGH when young benefits the body to grow more. Okay, maybe that's why Levan is so massive, using at a younger age. No way his wrist was that big 15 years ago. Yeah, that's his wrist. I was measuring with my forearm size and almost like at this place. I literally cannot imagine. And though I have like skinny wrists, this wrist is a little bit less than 7 inches, and see how easily I can close my fingers. That's disappointing. And then I see arm wrestlers who try to cover their wrist, and there's that much gap left between the fingers. That disappoints me the most. No way. Okay, yeah. Levan had used. You know what Levan says, AB? He always says that when his coach saw him, he advised him to arm wrestle because he had such big hands, thick wrists, and thick fingers. So that's what the coaches saw in Levan when they asked him to arm wrestle when he was like 19 years old. So he has always had big bones, big structure. It's nothing new, but yeah, he has for sure grown a lot. Derek grew up as a fat kid who didn't do sports, so he missed out a lot development. Yeah. So much strength is developed at early age. I just saw Alan Zoloev matches. Guy is a maniac. Would love to see him at East versus West. Maybe against Daniel Prokopchuk. That would be literally amazing, amazing. Or maybe a match against a heavier guy. If let's say if what is the guy's name? Doug Ehrlich is able to do something against Daniel Prokopchuk. If he's somehow magically able to beat him, then give him Alan Zoloev. Like when Khalid almost ripped Schoolboy's thumb off when Schoolboy was trying to slip LOL. Clerks 93. That's exactly what I was trying to say. What's Derek's weakness? Side pressure. And you may have noticed one thing, that the guys who do not have a good grip strength on these grippers, they always, whenever you ask them about grippers, they always go against it. That's ridiculous. Arm wrestlers should not be training the grippers because their wrist gets bent back like that. And the next day, they will be doing heavy bench presses with their wrist bent back exactly like that. And the next day again, they will say that grippers, don't use grippers because it promotes your wrist to go back while crushing them. And the very next day, they'll say, no strength is a weakness. Every strength is a positive. So yeah, it's kind of confusing. It's kind of confusing what arm wrestlers try to teach sometimes. Will you be live on East versus West 7? I'll tell you soon. Angin said that we can go live. Yeah, so why not? Ashraful Islam. No Tang in Canada. So where you got it from? Like, Tang is available in Indian stores in US, Ankur, okay? That's good. Genetics is everything in arm wrestling. Prove me wrong. Genetics is everything in every single sport. Maybe not for something, maybe even sports like shooting or something. Maybe there is also some like neurological genetic craziness that you need to have to be good at those sports. But yeah, genetics are, maybe cricket is a sport that where you don't need genetics. But when genetics are not involved, then you can get an idea how much hard work you really need to excel in that game. And speaking of cricket, yesterday, 2 days ago, I saw like Indian cricketer former captain Mahendra Singh Dhoni. He stepped on the field, and can you guess how many people were watching live on Disney Hotstar app? Disney Hotstar app, Chennai Super Kings T20 cricket match. Just give me a number when Dhoni stepped on the field. You can guess, like, he recently had a practice session in a stadium, and he didn't compete, but people stayed there like, we want Dhoni. About 100 million. No, bro. I'm not talking about total number of viewers. I'm talking about live at one point of time. Like right now, I have 56 live viewers. At the most, I had like 62 or something. So I'm talking about this live stream will get 2,000 views probably. But live, I'm only having 60 people. So talking like that at a point live. I'm not even talking about people who are watching on television. People who are watching on their internet, mobile devices. At a time. Let's guess. Let's take a guess. And by the way, his practice session in a stadium was attended by like 25,000 people. 600k, 100,000. Ankur is saying 5 million, 900,000. Okay, let me read a few other comments, then I'll tell you how many people were live. Nordalat, of that Afghan puller, gotta say that Afghan arm wrestler are strong. Kazakhstan, you mean? And they are training since their childhood. Can't imagine that here in India. Yeah, I'm Prostkun. Maybe in the future, maybe Pro Punja League will do something great. What's Tang? I'll go to Indian Bazaar. It's just like a sweet drink. I don't know of any other names that I can, like, you just mix it in water. It gives an orange flavor or lemon flavor. Just a sweet drink. Kazakh, my bad. Yes. Tang is the greatest orange fruit drink ever made, and it was cheap. Abe Simpson. So yes, the amount of people that were watching were 1.7 crore. So over 17 million were watching live at one particular time. And he stayed there on the field for maybe 2-3 minutes, and then Dhoni got out. If he stayed for a longer time, that stream would have for sure reached, I would say 20 million live viewers at one time. So That's what it is. 17 million viewers at a time. His practice session was attended by over 20,000 people physically in a stadium. You can get the love from that point. Dennis, Chernobyl genetics is required for arm wrestling. Anshumon. Yeah. Insane. Okay, Jonathan. Okay, Jonathan is saying, damn. Tang is the greatest. Good morning, Pradeep Mumtaz Kazi. Pradeep sir, okay. Good morning. How much one have to wrist curl and pronation? How much weight? I have no idea. Depends on your weight. Wrist curl, single dumbbell wrist curls. I think if you can get 50 kilos, you'll be really good. If you can get more than half of your weight, I don't think you can get more than half for a like full rep, like wrist bent like that. I don't think it is possible. Maybe for some freaks, but a little bit more than half curl. If you can get more than half of your weight, I think you are good to step into the competitions. I think that's good. And pronation, like pronation, this I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure. Pronation, I don't think half of your body weight may be possible, or you're talking about a simple lift like that. That is entirely possible. That you should be able to do at least 70% of your body weight, at least. Pradeep, how big of an advantage is it to have a long forearm over a short? It's definitely an advantage. Depends. It depends. If you get forced in a hook, then it becomes a disadvantage. But if you are willing to go into that outside move, then it can be an advantage. Like sometimes in order to gain cup, you don't have to wrist curl your opponent. You can just kick back your own wrist. And this really works good. You may have seen this multiple times when a taller top roller is going against a short hook guy who's trying to come forward. Many tall top rollers do this. They cannot gain cup when they try to. They will get hooked themselves. So instead of doing that, what they will do, they cannot go back, because if they put everything into back pressure, they'll get hooked once again. So what they do is they kick their wrist back and go this way, trying to create a distance. And now the other guy's wrist is automatically bent back. You'll always see this in the tall top roller versus short hooker match. They'll go like this and then they'll open up, and from there they'll try to bring the other person back. So yeah, I think it's a good advantage. You just need to use it. Don't stop. You just need to use it wisely. Don't stop live commentary. We love your live commentary. Thanks, Ashraful. Thanks, brother. Really appreciate that. Lagya, who would win between Allen and Nurdolet? That's another match that I suggested in previous live stream. Yeah, that's good match. Nurdolet Aider Khan. I think Daniel Prokopchuk is slower, so it was easier for Nurdolet to flash pin him twice. Alan Zoloev is not that slow. I think it will be difficult to flash pin him. I would go with Alan Zoloev in that match. Pradeep, how big of... Okay, read it already. What weight? 75 kilos, yeah, of course. Any workout to grow wrist size? I think just put as much load as you can. The wrist will grow. It will not grow by like conventional volume workout. It will grow with more stress, like more stress. Maybe volume is also good. You can also try that. But like arm wrestling will put a ton of stress on your wrist when somebody is trying to bend it back and you're trying to curl it in, stuff like that. And heavy wrist curls, I think when your wrist sustains too much load for it to handle, I think it will have to grow. Not by a much, but if in a 2, 3, 4 years you can grow it by a couple of centimeters, I think that is also a good gain in the wrist. Now, Larry Wheels versus Derek Smith. I think Larry beats Derek both left and right-handed. Not Aider Khan. He was talking about Sarabhai. That's not Nurdolat. That's Yerdolat Sarabhai, I think. Yeah, I think I'm correct. Foot wrestling is the next step forward. Okay. Tarkona versus Tang. Correct, Yerdolat. Aren't they brothers? I don't think so. Pradeep, I have short forearm, and when I arm wrestle friends, it feels natural to do a hook or a flop press. Then go there. It can be different. When I practice with my right, I like to go top roll because of my shoulder issues. I cannot really hook, and I don't even have that hook strength in my right arm. On my left, I like to go in a hook. It feels stronger than the top roll. Yordolat 65 kg champ, Nordolat 75 kg champ. That's correct. Yordolat Aider Khan or Yordolat? Yeah, I think Yordolat is Aider Khan. Let me just check for a second. I uploaded that short with Rahul Panikar versus Yordolat. So Yordolat Sarabhai, yeah, Yordolat Sarabhai and Nordolat Aider Khan is 75 kg guy. Pradeep, do you think that Brian Shaw can become an elite arm wrestler? Yes, I think so. If he cannot, then none of the strongmen can. Like he seems to be having good genetics for arm wrestling. I know he kind of lost to Eddie Hall on the left arm. I don't know what that was. He shouldn't be losing to Eddie Hall, but maybe his right is better. Maybe his right is better. He looks good. He looks good. He's big. He's strong. Grip strength is good. Trying to slip against him is going to be extremely difficult for anyone. I think he can do great things. If he can learn like a crashing down move like Richard Lupkis, it can be unstoppable. 75 kg champion Nurdolat Aider Khan, yeah, versus Alan. That's what we said. I think Alan Zolov may be the favorite in that match. He may be. So guys, once again, I'll plug in the membership. 61 of you watching, only 56 likes. Guys, please take the likes number up to at least 80. That's what I think we should be having right now. So first, I need to thank all the members. Let me show you the names of the members. And I'm reading all the comments, even from the like I've almost scrolled up to 1 month ago. I'm reading all of the comments mentioned by the members of the channel. So if that's what you're interested in, then please consider joining as a member on the channel. I got a t-shirt design made for Soul Arun from Soul Arun. Guys, please let me know before I switch to the screen share option. Please let me know. He made a t-shirt design. Maybe I can share it with you guys here. I was thinking, is it a good idea? Like I told him that this is what I need. Armchair expert. That's the text. And he made a photo or t-shirt design with my face on it. So please let me know if this looks good or not. Let me share it on Facebook. First, let me know, is it a good idea to have my face on a t-shirt? Would you guys be willing to wear that? Is that a good idea? Or should I go with a kind of a generic face, AI generated, or should I go faceless, like just text on the t-shirt, armchair expert or armchair arm wrestler? These are the things I'm going for. And while you answer, I'm going to load that image up on my computer for screen sharing. And then you can give me some feedback. I think the feedback is important. All right. No face, cartoonified face, okay. And I hate Aussie's commentary. Single arm upward cuts with my chain shock. Great exercise. No face. Hello Pradeep, how are you? Roy, I'm good. Queensland, Australia. Greetings from Bolivia, Pradeep. Greetings, brother. Yes, put your face on the shirt. Definitely. Okay, that's interesting. Text and logo, but let me see the face one. Okay. Tawheed Sheikh in India has good potential for arm wrestling. Yeah, I think he's already. He may be number one in India at about 85 kilos. Yo, Pradeep, remember me, Faraz Siddiqui. No, unfortunately not. I don't remember you. Agree, Justin. All right, let me share screen. That is, man. All right, that's the graphics that he made me. So here I am sitting on my armchair and I'm the armchair expert. So that's the whole t-shirt design. Predictions, opinions, news, controversies, and there's the computer screen behind me. My channel is displayed there. And that's a photo of me from like, he took a photo of me from like almost 5 years ago, I guess. 4 years ago. So let me zoom in a little bit. Armchair expert. And on the back side, it will be just written in simple plain text, armchair expert. So that's the design. And I'm wearing a shirt. Like in my shirt design, I'm wearing a shirt myself. Like there you can see the shirt. I cannot zoom. Oh, I can zoom further. So a t-shirt in a t-shirt. Giga Chad Singh. Get a picture with Giga Chad filter. I think that is way too busy, okay? It doesn't look like you. Yeah, it is me. It is literally me, bro. What do you mean it doesn't look like me? Yeah, your whole face smiles, man. Pradeep, I missed the news today. Did King of the Table have a headliner? No, I don't think so, Roy. I don't think so. I don't think they've announced anything. Let me check their website. Why do you look like Giga Chad? I once accidentally joined your Zoom as Ryan Blue Balls. LOL, okay. It looks like Pradeep pre-NDA. Get a picture with the Giga Chad filter. Giga Chad Singh. That would be a good profile pic for you though. Too much for a t-shirt. Face more front on. Simplicity is better in my opinion. Justin is saying. Pradeep, when did you start following arm wrestling? Like strictly watching everything about arm wrestling since early 2018 and casually watching videos around 2015, 16 maybe. Somewhere around that range. So I think some people are saying it is, so the design is already made. I don't think it is any harm trying to post that. So I'll post a simple text version as well. Armchair expert. Just take a pic with Zurab instead of filter. Okay. Giga Chad. Do you think Devon Larratt's son have potential to be world champion one day because he's 6'7"? Yeah, I saw that video. I saw that. I saw audience response as well that yeah, he's really 6'7". Yeah, for sure. Why not? Why not? I'm not sure if he can also fill out his frame to become to really become a super heavyweight, or if he'll be like Vitaly Lalitin in terms of physique. Do you think Devon Larratt's son? Okay, I already read it. Simplicity, face more front on. So let me just quickly share the channel members. I really appreciate your support and I hope you stay as a member. So I'll be posting, I think I'll be posting, maybe I'll create a community poll trying to ask. Okay. Memberships, and these are the members here. Okay, Terence Hopperman, John Boy, Viz, Clerks 93, Sion, Emprost, Kun, Karyokevik, The Drew 24, SG Records, JR Williams, STZ, Shrey Pratap Rana, Ligma, RVD, HIL, William, Astrom, Goran, Jonathan, Ankur Banerjee, Mom on ITV, Roger Tucker, The Druid, Defense Foster, Eraser Knox. So 20 of these members have been gifted memberships. 20 have been gifted memberships by either Defense Foster or by Silky Wilkie. Sweden Arm Wrestling Television, Mark, William Lamb, Justin Cobble, Proving Astrology, Jungwon Lee, Shivam Dubey, Alpha Kangal, Jack P, Carlos. So Carlos is a higher tier member, Proving Astrology is a higher tier member, and I'm special. Karyokevik is a mid tier member. So thanks very much for your support, guys. You can also consider becoming a member here if you want. Hope you get many t-shirt sales. How good was Andrew Pushkar, Pradeep? world number one, so that should tell you how good he was. I don't think he was like, he defeated Dennis in some tournaments, but yeah, Dennis always had the upper hand over him. Jeez, 6-7. Andre, yeah. Pradeep, what is stopping arm wrestlers from fixing matches to exploit bettings? Do you think because there is no money to lose in a super match as of now, so that is preventing arm wrestlers from doing that. And the next generation of arm wrestlers may do that, not this one. I hold 50 kg dumbbell with both hands and then do walking. By doing this, I feel grip strength armbar. Yeah, for forearm is going to get pumped really fast. So thanks brother. Please consider joining as the members if you would like. So that would be awesome. All of your comments will have star mark like Clerks93 has here. So all of your comments will be read, and thanks. The channel will be supported. With that being said, it's time to end the live stream.